Hey, what's going on, everyone? So in this video, I've got something a little different. So I was going through some old things, some old, boxes of stuff, and I came across my old Empire Strikes Back comic from 1980. I was a kid. I've had this since I was a young person, but it's in rough shape. I mean, the edges are really beat up, but the cover still looks pretty good. I mean, you can still see everything. Vader's helmet looks a little weird. I think Luke and the Tauntaun look great, though. That was nicely done. Snowspeeders look a little weird. Kind of glad I found this. And that's what the back looks like. Some AT-ATs, may the force be with you. And it looks like they're chasing someone on a Tauntaun. I know that's not from the movie, but I don't know, it's kind of cute. But yeah, this book follows the movie practically scene by scene. So I'm gonna change the camera around a little bit, see if I can rig up something to where we can just thumb through this thing and let y'all take a look at it. It's really neat to look through. And this was $2 back then. And it says a Marvel Super Special Magazine. And then down at the bottom it just says the official comics adaptation of the most eagerly awaited space fantasy film of all. The complete story in dazzling full color. Yeah. Anyway. Hey, bub. Big boy. Anyway, yeah, let me get the camera set up and we'll just take a look at this. All right, so I just put this thing on my desk. I think this is going to work pretty well. So there's the cover again. Again, Vader looks a little weird. I think it's this right here. It's just kind of messing with me. I don't know, it's just off. But let's flip it in. So there's a nice grayscale picture of everyone. Vader, Luke, Han, Chewie, Leia, 3PO, and R2. Yeah, that's kind of a nice picture there. I like that a lot. And you have all this. You got credits for the comic and credits for the movie down here. And copyright 1980. I know most adults can't read that. I had to really look close. It's written so tiny. But yeah, 1980. And you got the opening crawl. You got Luke scouting on Hoth, and he thinks a meteorite hit. He goes to investigate, and blap, he gets smacked by the Wampa. Pretty much the opening. It cuts the probe droid coming out, cuts back to Echo Base, and it's Han. Now, he's got a blue coat on here. Okay. And, of course, Chewie working on the Falcon. I mean, it pretty much follows scene by scene. There's Luke hanging upside down in the Wampa's cave, and trying to force pull the saber, and he cuts himself free, and then whop, he swings at the Wampa, and he escapes, and he's wandering in the snow. It goes on, and I guess Han's going to go look for him. Still has the blue coat on. And Luke wandering around, sees Obi-Wan's Force Ghost, and it tells him to go to the Dagobah system. There you will learn from Yoda. Yeah. And then he collapses. So that's all pretty accurate there. I mean, we know what happens. It cuts back to Echo Base. So there's Luke in the back to tank. Too bad they made this red. That's kind of strange, but yeah, it's okay. I think 21B looks really good there. And then Han and Chewie go back after the probe droid. Han blasts it. Then it cuts to the Superstar Destroyer, and I mean, this is all pretty much scene by scene. And 21B fixing Luke up, and there's that. We remember that scene. All pretty accurate. Let's see, is that where... oh yeah, that's where Vader choked out Ozzel. Right, wasn't that his name? He is as clumsy as he is stupid. Now this ion blast, it didn't do that. So that's a little slightly off. But the Battle of Hoth looks pretty good. Them wrapping up the walker with the tow cable and toppling it. That all looks pretty nice. Of course, Luke, crashing and almost gets crunched, and then zip, goes up there, chucks a grenade in it, and blam. Yeah. And then we're back on Echo Base. Let's skip ahead a little bit. I don't want to bore you guys to death. The Falcon in the asteroid field. There's Vader. Now down there with Vader in his chamber, looks like he has hair. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's got a little fuzz on top. That's kind of interesting. And now we're on Dagobah here. Yoda looks a little... They made Yoda's legs way too long there. That looks funny. And of course, Yoda looks kind of strange in some of these drawings. And yeah, there they are inside the space slug. Can't remember his name. Now that's a good looking picture of Vader there. Yoda, that looks like double chin Yoda. That looks a little funny. You know, but I think for the most part, the artwork looks pretty good. And there's the Falcon escaping out the mouth. And I think Yoda looks pretty good there. That's not too bad. Now, of course, we didn't see Luke training with these on Dagobah. That's different. Yeah, I mean, there's a few little differences here and there. Now, that's a nice shot there. Now, look at 4-LOM on Boba Fett's right. That looks weird. You know, IG looks good. Dengar looks pretty good. Vader looks pretty good. I think Boba Fett looks all right. Bosk is orange, but that's okay. His suit's purple, but that's okay. You know, we know who it is. Yeah, that's kind of neat. Now, down there, that looks a little more like Yoda there. That's a little better. Let's skip ahead a little bit. So now we're on Cloud City. Yeah, that's a cool shot there with Han and Vader. And that's, of course, an iconic shot. And there goes Han's DL-44. Flip. And there's that. Now we're in... Yeah, so Han's in carbonite now. That is an iconic scene there, like that. Yeah, and of course the Luke and Vader fight, you know, Luke sailing out that window, and he's on this little thing, this little tiny bridge to this, and now of course they don't show the hand coming off, they just show the lightsaber falling off. There's no hand on it anymore, but yeah, but you know what happened. Now right here is a little bit different. So in the movie, I don't think Vader said no, Luke, right? He just said no, I am your father, right? They have no Luke there. So that's a little different. And then him falling and Vader just staring off, watching him fall. And there he is on this thing, and he's calling out to Ben and Leia. She hears him. They go back and they save him. He falls into the Falcon, and yeah. And of course, R2's putting 3PO back together. And then that last shot of them staring out the window on the medical frigate. And that's the last page there, just a shot of Vader. Now he's got red eyes there. That's a little more of a New Hope look, but it's okay. It's all right. And there's the last shot. And that's, my page is stuck right there. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks like I may have tried to tape it or something. Wow, okay. But then you got a shot of Luke there in his Bespin outfit. And there's some old adverts for some old comics that I remember. Shogun Warriors, Rom, the Space Knight. I actually had a Rom action figure, and I would love to find that again. It could still be in my mom's attic somewhere. Rom, the Space Knight. Yeah, I had the action figure. It was really, really cool for its time. And then, of course, old Spider-Man, Captain America, Thor, X-Men. The Shogun Warriors I really liked. Yeah, and there's the back again. So yeah, pretty cool comic. I'm glad I found it. I knew I didn't throw it away. I just didn't know where it was. So I'm glad I finally found this thing again. So I'm going to keep this thing in a safe spot now. So thanks for hanging with me, guys. I figured this might be something of interest that you guys might want to, just take a peek at this, because it is kind of cool. It's old, and it was $2 back then, and yeah. It's not in terrible shape, but it's not in the best of shape. I mean, you can tell it's old. Yeah, but if you like videos on Star Wars, and especially Star Wars Black Series, please consider dropping a like on this video and subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications. I'm always posting something, and I'd certainly appreciate it. And I just thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.